Kiwis are flocking to petrol stations this week as the end of the fuel excise tax cut looms. Since March last year, fuel taxes have been slashed by 25 cents a litre. It was supposed to be in place for just 3 months, but was repeatedly extended by the government amid a cost of living crisis and skyrocketing inflation. But on Saturday, it'll be gone, and by the time GST is added, the reinstated tax will put nearly 29 cents onto the current litre price.
Just try to have a top up before I have to pay a little bit more.
Well, just topping out to make the best of the discount.
I don't know what else they can really do. I don't know much about it. I just know it's going up on Saturday, so I thought I'd get out of the way now.
Filling all the way up today?
Yeah, which is always expensive, but that's what it is.
We really wouldn't want to see people lining up and, queues of people outside the petrol station, crossing the pavements, blocking cycleways. We don't want to see that. We've been advising people for a couple of days now, get to your local petrol station and take advantage of the slightly cheaper fuel. Fill up now to avoid the disappointment of having to queue or the outside chance your local petrol station may run the tanks dry.
This week on fuel comparison app GasSpy, most service stations were charging $2.49 for a litre of 91. So that would become about $2.78. The most expensive stations could see it click over $3, the price most were having to pay when the cut first got introduced. But it could take a few days for the full effect to be felt.
The way that the petrol price is levied, the petrol that's in the tanks of the service stations now is paid the lower rate of Fed. So hopefully what we'll see is the price will ease back in as the sort of old petrol runs out and the new stocks come in.
Motorists can take further comfort in the ongoing fall in global oil prices, plunging this year by almost 40%. This week, the price of Brent crude, the benchmark for the petrol we use, dipped close to its lowest level in 18 months. Russia's invasion of Ukraine caused a big supply shock at the start of last year, and while it could continue to have an impact on prices going forward, things are looking better.
We're at a relatively low point in the price of a barrel of oil. It's certainly lower than when the discount was first implemented, but there are so many factors at play geopolitically and in terms of costs. What we can say is that the price is lower now than it was when the discount came on, and even when the full tax goes back on, should still be under $3 a litre. So now is as good a time as any to fill up, and certainly we can say with certainty it's cheaper to fill up on Friday than it will be on any day next week.
Filling up the tank, one more thing to tick off the to-do list before the end of the working week. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.